Hello, welcome Magic lovers. This week's Rogue Saturday is the Locust God. So I built this deck kind of like a Keranos deck. Instead of just doing the ramp to the Locust God and then draw a bunch of cards, I wanted to go with the control route, like the creature control Keranos style deck. And then instead of all the land destruction spells, I just put in Wheel of Fortune kind of effects. So it's still the same kind of thing, like you don't want to use those spells before you've cast the Locust God or Keranos, and then you want to use the wheel effects to generate a whole bunch of 1/1 flying haste creatures to close out the game very quickly and also possibly refill your hand. It's a little bit more dangerous than destroying all lands because you're also refilling your opponent's hand. But, there's also a bunch of other ways. So I also tweak some of the cards so that it's leaning more towards card draw. Or, Keranos is already running these versatile counter spells and the counter draw card and, Mystic Confluence, which is very versatile. This one doesn't actually draw a card, but I kept it anyways. So I added things like Think Twice and a couple other smaller things. I added a bunch of these cantrips that draw a card in order to give you something to do with the Locust God other than just wheeling. So, it should be interesting. I definitely think this is probably a worse Keranos deck because Keranos is so good at what it does and it's actually indestructible, whereas this thing just has that return to hand clause, and return to hand when it costs 6 mana just isn't that good. It's better than recasting it for 8 mana, but So we're looking to control the board first. Instead of just straight ramping to it, I want to control the board, keep my opponent from doing anything, and then close out the game with the Locust God. So let's take it to some games and see how it does. Alright, I got a match. I am on the play. Playing against Nissa. I have 1 land, Mox Diamond, Opt. I think I have to mulligan this. 1 land is not good enough for this deck. Condescend, I'll keep it. It's not great. Abrade's pretty good. Take that. Play the island. So I can abrade any turn 1 mana creature they got. Which they have, an Elvish Mystic. Bolt the bird. Still pretty far behind here. The mulligan didn't help me much. Alright, well they got no play, that's a good sign. Well, Starstorm might end up paying off. Play this. Probably Condescend Nissa or whatever else they play. Scry's pretty important. I could just cycle the Starstorm, but I gotta imagine that's gonna be good at some point. I think I definitely condescend the Nissa. That on the bottom. Let's put that on the bottom. I don't really want either of those. I'm not going to shuffle. Alright, Logic Knot, that's pretty good. What's this? Tireless Tracker, definitely logic nodding that. One should be fine. There's their land for the turn. Alright, well, exclude's probably better than Chandra here. Missing a land drop though, but neither one really gets me, or exclude might get me a land drop next turn. They're missing 2 green. There's a homeward path. Looks like we get to make Nissa cost 7 mana. Alright, they played Lotus Cobra after dropping a land. I'm still going to exclude this. Lotus Cobra is probably the best ramp creature in existence. And also they only have 3 mana here. Still haven't hit a land drop. Alright, there's beside you. Alright, well I'm gonna go for the Chandra. They get to cast whatever they want, but we can turn and burn it. Exile the top card of your library. It's an island. Play the beside you. So we're hoping for not Primeval Titan, because that gets him so far ahead. Alright, looks like my opponent drew a forest and they Titania. Well, that sucks. That sucks a lot. Alright. I guess we can Starstorm as an instant? Yeah, that's an instant, isn't it? So it's definitely... Oh, they got a Yavimaya Hollow up. Let's kill this thing. I gotta do it twice, unfortunately. I use the Rolling Earthquake because I can't cycle it. Also saves me 2 life here. Opponent's a little bit low on cards. They do get a flip a Nissa here, which isn't great. Opponent plays Emerald Medallion. And then, is this Nissa? Alright, that's Nissa. Alright, they flip Nissa. Hopefully they don't make the 4/4. Although them drawing a card is equally bad. Yep, they go for the 4/4. I really want to get rid of my Chandra. I drew land. I could play my commander. Then I'm sacrificing either my commander or the Chandra. I can't turn and burn that thing. No, it's not worth sacrificing. I guess I'm losing Chandra. I don't think there's a way around it. Might as well use it for mana. Play my commander. Say go. Reveal the top card. It is Emrakul, the Promised End. I am super dead. Can they cast it? Through 2 card types. No, I don't think they can cast it yet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not quite. Alright, Shonda's biting it. This thing has protection from instants, so I can't turn and burn it. Opponent is primal commanding my land and searching her library for a creature card. There's nothing I can do about that. I probably should have tapped this mana. I definitely should have tapped the mana. I mean, they've already played Tireless Tracker, which is the one that you want to shoot right away. Alright, they get Oracle of Modiah. I definitely should have leapt up burn. Whenever I draw a card, I make a 1/1. That's pretty awesome. We all know what that card is. Let's kill Nissa. Let's attack their face. If they got something better than Oracle of Modiah, I'd be pretty concerned, but I'm gonna... Oh, that's the wrong one. I meant to hit the shrine. That's still a pretty good land to target, but I meant to hit the shrine. So if they play the Ooze, or if they play Nissa, I can Starstorm for 2. Kills my insect. And it gets rid of... Alright, here's Nissa. I could just bolt Nissa. I think Starstorming is better here. Alright, so they don't get a flip Nissa. Need to draw something good. Spell Snare is not it. Yeah, I'm gonna attack. I'm losing the race, but I can always draw a card to put a 1/1 in front of him. I'm losing to this Emrakul as soon as it comes out. So I might as well kill them quickly. Alright, Llanowar Elves doesn't concern me. Actually, it kind of does. Play a 2-mana spell. I doubt you have any. Acidic slime. It's fine. Should I draw a card then discard a card? Yeah. Gonna discard the spell snare, obviously. And I'm not gonna block. I don't really care about the 2/2 either. Alright, I get another one. And I hit Dust Bowl, which is not at all irrelevant. I'm not dead to this attack. My opponent isn't dead either, but let's kill that thing. And I'm going to sacrifice the beside you. Got to keep him off that Emrakul. I can cast Nissa. Looks like they're getting in first. Alright, not using that Elves for mana. So 5, 6, 7, 10. They need 3 more mana. Alright, they played a land. So they're not playing anything. So that doesn't... Does that quite... That's like 9. If I draw a draw spell, they're dead. I doubt they have an instant speed answer to all these flyers. They could. Alright, I think I have to put that on the bottom. I don't know, it's pretty good. Do I give them a turn or do I take a chance that I could win this turn? It's tough. Do I die next turn? Let's put it on the bottom. All right. Do I need to attack with all? It does 7 damage. I think that's the safe route. 6, 7, 8. 3 card types. 11, they need a dual mana thing. I could just Dust Bowl them straight off. And then I don't have to worry about Ancient Tomb getting them Emrakul. Or I can Mizium Mortars this thing, although I do have a blocker now. I think this is the way I lose. Sacrifice an island. Alright, he gives me the GG. He says he never plays first. But, you know, I mean, it's luck of the draw sometimes. I can't believe we actually, managed to stop them from ever playing Emrakul. Got a little lucky. If they hadn't gone for the Oracle, if they had gone for Primeval Titan there, do you mind play a longer game that makes me play first possible? I'm not sure what he means. If he had gotten Primeval Titan, it would have put me in a really bad space. But the fact that he got Oracle so that he could cast it that turn, Primeval Titan would have meant that I wouldn't have been able to use my Tectonic Edge to kill their land. So I think, I mean, they didn't know what I had or anything like that. Oh yeah, I played a game before this, and he made a big mistake and Primal commanded his own land and asked for a rematch. But it made sense for me to play first again since I played first the first game. It happens. You want a rematch? Alright, gave opponent a rematch. I am on the draw this time. I would have picked draw anyways. I guess I can keep this hand. Yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. Fortunately, we have 2 1-mana, whereas we didn't last time. Alright, and they don't have a turn 1. So let's hope we draw some lands. Alright, there's land. I'm still going to start with Polluted Delta. This is an instant, right? Burst Lightning is an instant. Okay. Good to know. And it does 2 damage and 4 if you kick it. Right, they tapped that and played birds. I wonder if they just drew the birds. Alright, let's bolt the bird. Burst Lighten the bird. Alright, and then we'll say go. Probably should have played the Shivan Reef to bluff Counterspell. I also mulligan in that last game. If you control 4 or fewer lands, I'm going to memory lapse that. It's pretty good here. Alright, they got an Urborg. So they didn't necessarily need that. Play the island. Say go. Looking to hold on to the wheel until, alright, you can have that. Put it on the battlefield tapped, so that's all for the turn, most likely. Maze of Ith, which is a swamp. That's pretty good there. Alright, I don't think I can afford to play that right now. It's super good, but my opponent's about to hit 6 mana. I have an exclude. I'm going to exclude that. Hit a command tower. They are suspending search for tomorrow. Is it turn and burn? Let's play the search for Azcanta. It's 7 or more, right? So it's threshold. Can't stop a prime time, but they didn't have one last turn. Although they might have needed the land from Nissa. Are they casting Nissa again? Can't stop that. see what we draw. Put commit to memory in your graveyard. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Negate. Alright, not exactly what I wanted. Put that back. Put it down. I don't want that. Yeah, okay. Alright. Just gonna say go. Hope they don't have a prime time. I can at least turn and burn it. They get a flip Nissa. Should I kill her? They can just cast her again. I'm gonna let it go. Alright, they're revealing with Nissa. Conduit of Ruin. Oof. That's bad. That's super bad. Can't do anything about that. It's when you cast it anyways. Primal command. Yeah, no. It's drawn that card all 3 games. Fauna Shaman. Let's burn Fauna Shaman. Yes? I don't know, it's tough. I guess I gotta take the land. I definitely want to flip that. Unfortunately, I can't do much about what my opponent is doing. So let's... No. Let's just play our commander. Hope we can get somewhere with that. We can Wheel of Fortune next turn. So if they cast the Conduit of Ruin, I mean, we're drawing them 7 cards, which sucks. Worldbreaker, jeez. All right, well, they get one of them. Can't kill the Locust God. It can block the Locust God, though, which is unfortunate. Yep, they're going for the Worldbreaker. Not surprising. Killing Azcanta, not surprising. Let's hope we don't draw them into something too good. Do I play land first? I could kill this thing. It's like all my mana. Do I? Mortars it. They can always get it back, but they have to sacrifice land. They can't actually get it back right now. Draws us way more cards than my opponent. So let's play the Mox Diamond. Discard that. And then attack Nissa, Nissa, and then my opponent. Killing Nissa is pretty good here because it's a lot of mana to recast Nissa, and that actually kind of puts him behind. Let's hope they don't have a giant Eldrazi that they just drew. I do have this commit to memory in my graveyard. The memory part is the important one. And we can... I think I'm going to burn the Is It Charm just to eat up their mana. I think that's probably fine. Counter target spell unless they play... They're clearly going to pay 2, but hopefully it restricts their mana quite a bit. I still get a 3/3. Choke. Islands don't untap. Well, that sucks. Alright. I could have possibly have countered that, but we didn't know. I think it was... Well, maybe it wasn't correct to try and counter it. Hindsight's 20/20 though. At least this is 11 damage. This is a 2-turn clock. And then, let's just say go. Should I peek? Look at their hand? Maybe when they cast something. Alright, they played Eldrazi Temple, but they haven't played it for Eldrazi mana. And then... I'm going to pay 1, look at their hand. Ulamog. Okay, what do we draw? Cyclonic Rift. Alright, I think that does it. They do have a Mazavith, though. Oh, creatures or players. So I can electrolyze them. I don't know if that doesn't quite enough. Or I can Rolling Earthquake. They had a Mazavith. I still killed them with the Rolling Earthquake, but yeah. So we went on the play too. Or the draw. It seemed like we were pretty far behind in both of those games. Like it was really hard to control what they were doing. But then the Locust God was amazingly good. All right, I got another match. I am on the play. Playing against Zurgo. All right. I'll keep it a little bit slow. Alright, I'll lead off with the island. The Flame Slash doesn't currently do anything anyways. Because it's a sorcery. He plays Zurgo. I think I probably Flame Slash the Zurgo. Oh, we even drew an island for it, or a mountain for it. And then next turn we'll have Logic Knot for 2. Eidolon. Oh, that sucks. Alright, well I can eventually kill that. Alright, get through encampment. Young Pyromancer. Oh, do I care about that? No, I don't. Because I can Star Storm for 2. Kill both of them. And save the Logic Knot. Alright, that's one less damage. Probably relevant. Oh. Except it cost me 2 life. Might save me life in the long run, though. It's an off chance he plays a creature before combat. Could have a haste creature, or could dash in Zurgo. Looks like they're doing something before combat. Stigma Lasher. So awesome that that's an instant. Alright, they passed the turn. Yeah, I'll cast, well no, that can tap for any color mana, so let's cast the, well, suspend the Ancestral Vision. One's got 3 cards in hand. Let's go for 3. Opponent says go. Alright. Probably worth doing that on my turn. Price of Progress, Flames of the Blood Hand does 4 damage. Probably worth not getting a non-basic here. Alright, they got Zurgo. That's fine. Does it do 4 damage to a creature? Or just a player? Alright. I'll pull from tomorrow at the end of turn. Or should I do it now? I know most of their hand. Oh, this has got to be a mountain? That's fine. Can't bluff anything, but discard a card. Go Time Twister. Play the Misty Rainforest Sago. Let me look up Flames of the Blood Hand again. Fire Drinker Satyr. I take 2 damage. Hold on. Flames of the Blood Hand is just player. No reason to crack that. Alright, I'll say go. See what else they got. Still at 23 life, so I'm not super worried. I'm drawing a couple cards next turn. Alright. Let's kill that thing. Does damage to them as well. And then I'm going to Supreme Will. Blood Moon doesn't do anything. Let's just take the island. Although I'm going to draw the... I forgot about the Ancestral. I'll probably draw a land from that. It probably wasn't correct to take the island. Yeah, I drew 3 lands. You can go ahead and do that. Keep my life total high. It's nice that I know about the price of progress. I have drawn a lot of basic lands, though. That one's going to be a problem. That's pretty good. Go ahead and play that. I love this art. This is like the coolest Vidalcan Shackles. It took me a while to find it. I'm so happy I did. It's such a cool Shackles. Flames of the Blood Hand. Alright. Can't actually do anything about that. I mean, no, I can't, because the Dismiss can't counter it. I don't have 6 islands. Let's dismiss that. Saves me a lot of life. Alright. I think it's worth paying 2 life for this. Price of Progress, Hell's Thunder is flying in haste, and Flame Javelin does 4 damage. Let's say go. Just in case, I don't think that's worth 1 damage. I can control the Hell's Thunder. The Flame Javelin kills the Locust God. I don't know if that matters all that much. Alright, they're Flame Javeling me. I don't know if I go for the Time Spiral. Oh. Dismisses any spell. I could have countered the, whatever. I still think I'm going to go for it. It gives them a full hand, but it does a lot of damage to them. It puts them on a really tight clock. Alright, they pack it in. You'd think they'd at least look and see what they draw here. But there's a good chance I draw a bunch of counter spells. So I guess it might not matter. Alright, I got another match. I am on the play. Playing against Reyhan and Kraum. Interesting. I don't know about this hand. I'm going to keep it. Search for Escanta is so good. Do they have a ramp creature? Nope, no ramp creature. Just good. We gotta play the search. And I drew a land. Hope they don't have 4 spike or something like that. Okay. Opponent plays a Blood Crypt tapped and says go. Let's put Flame Slash into my graveyard. No, I'm going to take the Flame Slash. It's a sorcery. I've never had a lot of love for Flame Slash. But it seems like it's going to do something here. Probably counter Reyhan here. Yeah. I could just kill it. And then I get to keep the counter. Alright, I'm gonna do that. No, I need that. Don't get to keep up Cryptic Command the way I played that. But I hope it's not going to matter. This calculation is probably still pretty good here. Opponent just passing the turn. Do I just play a Blood Moon into this? They could have a counter. And then I'm facing down a Kraum and I don't have a way to deal with it. I'm gonna do... I don't want to risk it. This is a god. Let's just say god. And pass the turn. I mean, Blood Moon probably would have been pretty good there. It's just a little bit too risky. I don't know if they're playing counter spells yet. This isn't a typical deck, so they could be playing anything. Alright, let's counter target spell, draw a card. I guess now would be a good time to No. No, I want a Desolate Lighthouse. It puts cards in my graveyard anyways. It allows me to do nothing here and still profit. I can still miscalculation Reyhan. I haven't seen anything out of their actual hand other than lands. Crucible of Worlds. Alright. Can't stop that. I don't think Fork Bolt's going to do that much right now. I guess I could have used that ability and negated. Well, let's take an exclude. And stay go. I don't think now is the turn to Cyclonic Rift and then negate the Crucible. I'm going to wait until like the Insect Cyclonic Rift it. Or if they play Wasteland, then obviously I need to Cyclonic Rift it. Alright, they played a land out of their hand. Abrupt Decay can't be countered. Okay. Do I care about this thing? Probably. Let's loot. Yeah, Spell Pierce is getting a little ambitious here. So I can't quite cast my god and keep up exclude. So let's wait a turn. I've got this loot house. It might be getting time to cycle this miscal. I can still counter Kraum with it though. I think they know I have the exclude. Oh, shoot, I can't. That's not a creature. Yep, can't do any. Well, let's cycle this miscalc. Okay. It's undoubtedly good. Take it. Gonna do a Steam Vents untapped. I don't. Although I could hit. I swear I picked red. Nope. Discard a card. Let's go mountain. Alright. I'm going for it. Blue, red, colorless. Make sure this goes to the graveyard instead of my command zone. I think I made that mistake in the Nissa game. I have to imagine they have some sort of removal. Yep, looks like Diabolic Edict. Okay. Choose this. Ooh, that's not good. Can't counter that. Opponent getting a lot of spells that are getting around my counters. Opponent exiling the top card. It's a Deathrite Shaman. I think I'll exclude that if they cast it. Draws me a card. It also lets them loot if this resolves. Alright, they do have counter spells. They have evasive action. I can't pay for it. It's a darn shame. This is largely because their partners were able to wear me out of 2 counter spells. The card advantage from partners is very real. Alright, we get the Locust God back. I get a Kraum Mox, which is unusable. Let's replay our God. And 1 more mana. There we go. So this is 4 mana, and this is 4 mana, so it doesn't really matter. We both have the same general effect. I can easily discard this Kraum Mox, though. It's a little late for that. And hopefully this thing survives so I can start pressuring Chandra. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that ability. Also, let's make sure... Graveyard, not command zone. So let's draw a card, discard a card. At least we can get some card advantage back from the Locust God, because it just keeps coming back to our hand. It's costing us a lot of mana, but... Oh, they're going to exile it, and then... That'll make it cost 8 mana now. It's not permanently exiled. Roman Excavator, can't do anything about that just yet. Alright, they're going after me. They want to loot. Does mean I get to put Chandra down to 1. Toxic Deluge. Alright, it doesn't come back to my hand. I think I'm still gonna... I should have enough. And then I'm going to go at Chandra for 1. Does it do anything to go at Chandra for 1? Yeah, it does. Alright, they're Culligan's commanding. I guess I'll discard Turn and Burn. I think I kind of want this Memory Lapse. Let's hope they don't also have an answer to the Locust God. They've been doing a lot of looting. They went for Underground Sea. Is this Murderous Cut? Nope, not Murderous Cut. Inquisition. I'm going to memory lapse the Inquisition. They take it anyways. This way they're drawing Inquisition again. Or they can just do that. That works too. Alright, Glorybringer. Jeez. All of the answers, man. Alright, and they're crewing. I am getting brutalized here. It should be like, I mean, like how many times can they do 4 damage to something? Apparently, a ton. Alright, well they're going to have to Deathrite it again. I guess they're gaining 2 life for that. Yep, there's the Deathrite. Yep. At least this thing is exerted. Then they just kill it again with Chandra. That kills Chandra. I'm pretty close to dead here. Snapcaster. Turn and burn. Snapcaster Cryptic Command. Snapcaster Cyclonic Rift. Then they get the Glorybringer back. Doesn't really do anything. I'm now wishing I had kept that Blood Moon. It probably would have been really good. So they killed Chandra. They get in for free damage, or they kill Locust God and Chandra. And then we get a... We still have the Snapcaster Mage. I don't have much else I'm doing. I don't think the Snapcaster really does it. So we'll play the super expensive God and say go. I haven't gotten any... I got 1 token off of it. Alright, they're exiling. They hit Flame Tongue Kafu. Alright, yeah, that's good game. Alright, got another match. I am on the play. Playing against Tasigur. Alright, I'm going to keep this hand. I don't think I need to worry about Spell Piercing turn 1. I don't know, it could be a... Maybe I do. Let's go ahead and play that. I probably want to Spell Pierce the Thoughtseize. Or do I? Alright, don't need to worry about it. Should I get a Steam Vents? Yeah, I'm going to get a Steam Vents. Alright, let's play the Fumarole. I got a Force of Will now. That's pretty good. I can't do anything about a Baleful Strix. Well, I could Force of Will it, but I don't think that's the right play. Yeah, I can abrade it later. I can commit to memory Tasigur if they play it. I don't think they can play it right now, but there's other things that can commit. Alright, have a look at my hand. That's fine. Alright, looks like they're attacking with Baleful Strix. Not ready to abrade it just yet. Doesn't really do all that much long term. They know what my full hand is. So I don't know how that impacts anything. Alright, they fetched a land, but they're not doing anything with it just yet. I wasn't planning on playing anything on my turn anyways. I might Mystic Confluence to draw cards on the end step. Or if they cast anything, then that's probably the counterspell that I use. Alright, tapped land. Attack for 1. Not sure it's correct to play a tapped land before combat. Sometimes it's correct to play an untapped land before combat if that might open up your mana a little better. I'm going to draw 3 cards. They can counter it if they want. I don't think I force a whale back. Alright, they let me draw 3 cards. I just hit Cavernous Souls. Let's name God. I think I go for it. I am definitely discarding a card if I do this. But can't be countered. I guess we discard a land. Let's make sure this thing's going to my command zone. It's graveyard instead of... Alright. Definitely not blocking. That would be pretty foolish. Alright, we get to make a token. I'm not sure why my opponent attacked there. I don't think that was actually correct. Baleful Strix should be a blocker at this point. Just pass the turn. We got plenty of counter spells, and we got this Think Twice. I probably won't double Think Twice, just in case my opponent has... Yeah, okay. They see the possibility there. I should probably auto-yield to this. Always yield. And then say go. Make another one. I'd like to draw a land here. I'm going to cycle this. I've got a lot of counter spells. Alright, and I did draw a land. And then I can attack with these 4 things. And not the Locust God, obviously. I probably didn't need to Ancient Tomb there, but I wanted to keep all my colored mana up. And this is the only other colorless land I have. see what they got here. Let's commit it. It gets rid of their graveyard. Like, it makes it really hard for them to recast Tasigur. And we also have spell Snare and spell Pierce. Alright, there we go. Alright, so Chandra's good, but can I cast it? Probably not. Well, we do have the Force of Will. We can turn and burn something. I think it closes out the game really fast. Let's cast Chandra. I'll probably... Do I need to Chrome Mox here? No. All of these, all of these. Alright, yeah, he blocks there. It's probably the correct block. I don't think even killing the Locust God does that much right now. Tasigur can be turned and burned. It costs most of my opponent's mana. It's 7 plus 2. So that's all but one of my opponent's mana. Alright, I'm not going to counter that. I think my opponent's dead to the flyers from, well, the Wheel of Fortune. Let's cast this. I think my opponent's dead no matter what. Let's go. Let's spin the wheel. And then oh, my opponent is conceded. Okay, yeah, they're dead to flyers. I could do a couple more, just for funsies, but yeah, pretty good there. All right, I got another match. I am on the play, playing against Intet the Dreamer. Yeah, I guess I keep this. Looks pretty bad. I don't know what I'm playing against. I'm going to keep it. We can at least loot with the Izzet Charm. Opponent mulligan to 6. We'll lead off with the command tower. I don't have a real strong reason to Chrome Mox here. Alright, yeah, I have a peek. It's pretty good, actually. Get an idea of what my opponent is doing. Unless we have to counter something. These kill spells are Atomic Compass, untap, and remove it from combat. Search your library for best land, reveal it, then shuffle your library. Control 7 or more lands. Do I counter that? Put it in your hand. I'm gonna let that fly. It seems a bit risky. I'm not too worried about the Mazavith ability. Let me go ahead and Awakening Zone, Forest, Mana Leak, Rift Bolt. Okay. A little worried about Awakening Zone. So, I'm going to play the Fumarole. Still not a strong reason to Chrome Mox until I need the mana for something. I'm not going to Izzet Charm. Although I would have liked to have drawn a land. Maybe that was a reason to Izzet Charm. I'm just going to say go. Maybe I'll Psycho Sweltering Sun. Maybe I should have done that last turn. Alright, they can have their lands. What does this guy do? When it does combat damage, you may pay 3 with one of them blue. If you do, exile the top card of your library face down. You may look at it. You may play it without paying its mana cost. Alright, there's a land. And an out. Alright, so we got things to do at least. Opponent can get a bunch of lands. It is a heck of a lot of card advantage. I was thinking, the reason I let it go is because I was thinking it's really slow. And it is, but I'm not doing much. So maybe it would have been worth countering. I didn't know I was going to draw into a Condescend, which would have given me another counterspell. Alright, let's opt. I want that. Need all the lands I can get right now. Opponent only has basic lands in play, and I'm the one that has 3 non-basics. Opponent has a Mana Leak, so there's no reason to Chrome Mox. I could just Chrome Mox the Ruination anyways, just to get it out there. Makes my Condescend a little better, likely. Like, I might be able to Condescend and... Cause I'm not casting this Ruination, like, ever. Alright, opponent got another basic land. I'm really starting to regret not countering that. I just didn't think it was a threat. But the card advantage is real. I'm clearly condescending Intet if they play it. Awakening Zone. I can't do anything about that. More lands. That was a big mistake. I wasn't properly reflecting the deck that I was playing, and letting them draw that many lands was definitely not good. All right, Halimar Depths. I'm guessing they're looking to hold up the mana leak when they play. Alright, Rift Bolt doesn't worry me at all. These Eldrazi spawn definitely worry me. So it's gonna make my counters, it's gonna put my counter spells out of reach fairly soon. Alright, they flipped the Alright. Still not gonna play my commander. I'm not sure they should have flipped that. They were getting so many lands. Alright. Rift Bolt. Awakening Zone. I think it's going to carry the match away. Looks like this might be Intet. Yep, this is definitely Intet. I could just Flame Slash and Fork Bolt it. It doesn't have... No, I wanna do something on my turn, so it's 6. One, two, three. I can't freaking counter this thing. I can, but the mana leak bites me. I'm still gonna do it. I should have never let that thing resolve. Oh, they have a better counterspell? Mystic Confluence? Spell Swindle. Alright. Jeez. Alright. Now I can't resolve my commander. They have so much mana. What are they doing with all this mana? Knowledge Exploitation. Alright. Good thing the Ruination's in my hand, or in my... Alright, they're time spiraling. That seems pretty good. It's resolved, and they haven't untapped any lands. Did they make a mistake there? I no longer have a way to kill this thing. Oh, there's the land untapped. That's strange. Okay. Dissipation Field. Whenever a permanent deals damage to you, return it to its owner's hand. Wow, I can't do anything about that. I can spell pierce it, but what does that do? Let's opt. Clearly bottom. We redrew Is It Charm. Nature's Claim, okay. Wayfarer's Bauble. Alright. go... I'm going to Chandra. -4 to that. It's a short-term answer. But it gets me somewhere for now. Alright, they're playing Memory Jar. I'm going to negate that. They clearly want it for a reason. Azusa. I can't deal with directly. Looks like they don't have any extra lands. Do I kill her? No, I don't think so. Let's exile the top card of my library. I'm not casting that. Oh my god. That sucks. I forgot about that. Alright, well, I'm going to cast my commander. I'll worry about Chandra later. Do I Mox Diamond? Yeah, let's Mox Diamond. Alright. It's fine by me. Alright, there's Intet. I can kill it again. Overburden. Puts a non-token creature onto the battlefield. No. I don't get a loot. But I still get a token from this. Alright. Well, let's wait on that. No, I can take the damage. Tons of card disadvantage just dealing with this Intet. And I'll, not attack. Alright, here's Intet again. Let's go ahead and Logic Knot. Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox, Tectonic Edge. 3 should be fine. They can't attack with the Azusa. Gush. Gush is pretty good. Do I want to draw first, or a Chandra first, or... Let's draw first. Alright, let's, Chandra here. Alright, gets returned to my hand. Let's replay it. I think I'm going to do it again. I don't think I want to deal 4 to anything. Let's just fork bolt that thing. And then play a land. And do I attack for 4? Yeah, I think I gotta get the damage in while the damage is good to get in. I might need to use this Sweltering Suns to kill an Intet again. That plus Chandra. Alright, they're using Wayfarer Bauble. Opponent tapped all their mana for a second there. I think they realized they don't have enough mana to recast Intet yet. Energy Flux. All artifacts. Okay. Let's draw and discard. A land. I haven't auto yielded to that yet. I also should make sure that let's exile the top card. Let's play Dak Faden. Yeah, that's actually extremely good. 2 more lands. Jeez. Alright. Let's play that. Scry 1. Yeah, Portent's probably fine. Get that damage in while I can. Opponent is replaying Intet. Sacrificing Evolving Wilds. Alright, so let's loot again. Probably don't get to do anything with this token, but the looting's still pretty good. Get rid of that. I actually knew what that card was. Alright, let's kill this first. I lose the counters no matter what. So, I'm going to draw first. Let's get rid of this land. That's the easy one. I guess Portent. I kind of want this Force Spike. I think it might still be good. Yeah. Let's attack for 4. Well, 3. It's minus Chandra. Sweltering Suns. And play Jace and the Temple. Might have been too greedy to keep the force spike. Guess we'll find out. I don't want to add up all their mana. I'll leave that to them. But Jace is obviously very good. Alright, managed to claw my way back into that. Lesson learned, if you have an opportunity to counter this thing and you're playing a slow deck, counter it. Oh my god, I made that an uphill struggle against myself just because of that. I should not have let that resolve. Alright, I got another match. I am on the draw against Edgar Markov. I have a Sweltering Suns. I'm going to keep this hand. Alright, they play a Godless Shrine tapped. I'm going to Portent myself. Let's put... I think I'm going to shuffle this. I don't really want these cards. I want red removal spells. Yes. Don't usually shuffle with Portent, but those didn't look great. Oh, Jace is pretty good. It blocks 1/1s pretty well. Although it dies to the Sweltering Suns. I'm going to play the Jace. It's going to be a couple turns before I Swelter Suns anyways, because of these tapped lands. Hopefully I can flip Jace before then, or they might just kill it. It could very easily just kill it. Alright, Braid. Alright, I take 4. That's pretty darn good. I want that. Just after they play their Braid. Alright, you have Vindicate? Let's Vindicate mana. Whenever one or... Okay. Alright, I'm going to play this Temple now. At 22. Or do I play... Mountain, search for Azcanta. I didn't expect I'd draw the mountain. So I need to steal this thing before combat. Shared on Animosity. That thing is brutal. Alright. It's a lot of damage. Let's block the largest amount of it. At 10 life. Untap that. Uh... Yeah. Alright, so I take 3 damage from this attack. No, 2 damage. Unless they have a haster or something like that. I'm going to play the temple. I'm going to go greedy. I'm going to put that on the bottom. Haste would be pretty bad. Oh, I can steal the lifelinker. That'll actually help. Skull clamp. I'm going to let him have this one. I'm not going to let him do a second one. I can't imagine they're attacking into that. Alright, they play a blood-thrown vampire. Kind of want that. No. I'm going to take that Cyclonic Rift. And Bloodthorn Vampire is so good. So if I play this, it does 3 damage. I sacrifice 2 of them to save it, and then it's too big. Gotta take a damage here. I'm gonna play Jace. I'm gonna bounce a Bloodthorn Vampire, and then I'm gonna say go. I probably could have kept this one. And then I have Cyclonic Rift open for the next turn when I have 7 mana. I could also just Locust God and make 3 creatures from this, the Jace. Not sure what this does. Fatal Push it. Okay. I guess they can kill the Jace this way. I didn't consider them killing the Jace. I don't know why I didn't. There's a Bloodthorn Vampire. I guess it's a 4-mana bounce spell. It served its purpose. Alright. They're equipping one of those. So they can make this a 5/5. And I have 4 islands. Untap this. Put Blood Moon. No, I don't think that does enough. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Play this tapped. Let's take this thing. They can just sack it. I might have made a mistake there. The way I tap my mana. Yeah. No, I need this Cyclonic Rift, otherwise I take 4. Yeah. That's not Blood Moon. I shouldn't have taken the Blood Moon. I clicked the wrong button. Do I just take 4 here? It's so risky. I just died a lightning bolt. I could take 2 and force them to replay the shared animosity. Or I could take 1 and get rid of a vampire token. I'm gonna get rid of the vampire token. It's not a great use of Cyclonic Rift, but I misplayed a bit with the way I tapped my mana. I forgot that they could steal the, or they could sack the Bloodthorn Vampire, so I wasn't going to get to keep it. Ooh, that's not good. If they're tapping their mana. Ooh, okay. So they're going that route. Alright, so I'm at 4. And they're discarding. Definitely untap that. Now let's take the counter spell. Let's play Blood Moon. Do I steal this now or do I steal this on their turn? I'm going to steal this now. So they got a bunch of mountains. Most of their deck is black. But we do still have to worry about lightning bolt and those kind of things. They got something else? Okay, they're equipping. Alright. Might be getting somewhere. Might. They have to discard. Having to use that counterspell like that was not ideal though. Yeah, I want to draw something better than a mountain. Yes, let's transform it. Electrolyze. I don't think I have to worry about that much. I could get Hellridered. Yeah, Hellrider's a thing. I don't want to block the Hellrider with the Locust God. Outpost Siege. Which one are they choosing? Whenever your creature you control leaves the battlefield? That's my guess. But they might need to draw. Cons. Beginning of your upkeep. Okay. They're doing the draw mode. That's good for me. Oh, I forgot Escon to like... maybe I shouldn't have flipped it. It's good for the mana, but it's red mana. Alright, I think it's fairly safe to attack now. Dismember. Well, they can cast that. Let's make sure this thing goes back to my hand. I don't think I counter Dismember. Well, that one sucks. Okay. I'm not logic nodding for like 20 against a Kraum Mox. It's good, but I don't think it's that good. Still mean, I mean, they still can't counter play Edgar Markov by a long shot. They need another mana. Guess they could just play a land. Pulse Tracker. All right. It's just a 1/1. Dismember. I'm gonna let that fly. Have this go to my graveyard, or my graveyard though. Oh, I should have electrolyzed for in response. Oh, that sucks a bit. Let's electrolyze these things. Alright, we draw a land. And a Locust God. We'll leave a... I'm gonna keep my Highborn there. Then attack. Do I keep one right up? We'll keep one right up because it shouldn't matter. Yeah. All right. I'm drawing with cons. They get a swamp. This is to the end of turn. You may play that card. Okay. So they can Edgar Markov now. He does have haste. We can just counter it with exclude, which is pretty good. Alright, they are nameless inversioning their own Calestria Highborn. It's fine by me. Gets him a 1/1. But then we can steal that. Alright, and then Blood Crazed Paladin enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. I'm not going to exclude that. I can steal it. I can block with insects. Should be alright. Oh, they're going to equip it. Alright. I still have 4 islands. I'm going to leave the insects back. But I don't think there's any world where I don't... No. I have this cryptic command. Am I going to use that to tap all their creatures? Am I just going to steal the 3/1? Let's go that way. A little bit riskier, but I need to close out this game. I'm at 4 life. Alright, they hit a mountain. Do I have enough mana? So I got 4, 3, and 2. I do have enough mana to exclude, cryptic command, and steal a creature. Exactly enough. I want that thing. Fire a Covenant. 1 damage to that thing, 1 damage to my thing. Let's counter target spell, draw a card. Yeah. That spell. This seems like pretty good right here. I get to keep the 3/1. I get to make another 1/1. Their attacks are horrible. And I think they're dead. They might have to suicide attack in order to stop themselves from dying. Alright, they give me the GG. Alright, if I draw even a couple of draw spells next turn, that put them to 8 life. Alright, managed to claw back in it at 4 life. There was probably a time when I should have played the Sweltering Suns. Like, I had this in my starting hand against Edgar Markov. How am I still holding it at the end of the game? That can't be right, but I did win. Alright, yeah. So I'm still not convinced that this isn't just a worse version of Kyranos, but the Locust God was definitely a lot better than I thought it would be. And I definitely think that this build is the best Locust God build I've seen so far. Not that I've seen that many, but I think it's probably better than the ramp and play Locust God and just pray kind of strategy. At least this has a pretty good plan B of, you know, just controlling the board. There are definitely some weak spots to the deck, just like there are with Kyranos. I had a problem with Geist of Saint Traft in testing. There are a few spells that do kill it, but there are much fewer. And you end up with a bunch of dead spells because their commander has hexproof, and then they don't play that many other creatures. Probably have the same problem with Narset. It's still winnable, but you have to draw the right kind of hands. And creature control decks aren't really going to do that well against those kind of decks. It also, you know, if your opponent isn't playing a lot of creatures in general, you might have a similar problem. Like if you're playing against Kyranos, then I don't know, I guess you're both stuck with a bunch of dead cards or something like that. So there's some holes in a creature control deck like this. But the Locust God is able to pull away some games pretty quickly. I think I would probably cut a couple of the wheel effects. There's probably one or two too many. Time Spiral is probably the best one. And then, I don't know, Wheel of Fortune is probably a little better than Time Twister, although we didn't have the graveyard reshuffling impact anything. So maybe just cut Time Twister. Commit to Memory was pretty good, although I never used the memory part of it because 6 mana and then not untapping, that's pretty expensive. So, but yeah, I thought it was a really interesting deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's all I have time for, so thank you for watching. Have a good one.